We make thermal and acoustical solutions for the automotive industry. We basically keep your car cool and we keep it quiet. And we do that via the converting of non-woven fiber, largely from raw materials derived from recycled pop bottles, into rolls which we laminate various metals onto and apply to vehicles.
We try to focus on our region more than anything because local suppliers is where our niche is. There's so many companies around here that use this stuff. We ship to companies that are 2 miles away.
The impact has been that we realize how important it is to diversify. It's been a real wake-up call that you can't really rely on one industry alone. We were pretty heavily reliant on a couple large accounts here, and we've since worked very hard to open up a lot of new small ones, which has been exciting. We've looked into things that we never thought that this material even went into, which I think in the long run it's going to be very much to our benefits because some of those small ones could turn into something big.
You find out very quickly where your holes are in production needs as far as people. You think you are good to go because you have these people here on the daily, and then when COVID hits and you lose people because of whatever reason, you see major voids in things that you probably took for granted on the day-to-day. If you don't adapt, you plateau and then eventually you fall off the map. Working for Dan Moore is interesting, and immediately he started on a ventilator to help with the shortened supply that everyone had. Fiberworks didn't play a huge part in that, but we did play a bigger part in prototype ventilators and filters that were in the ventilators.
And everyone just kind of stepped up and did what they had to do. We all have time to talk, and we all have time to try and figure things out and work together.
So one major opportunity for us was highlighting the fact that we really need to work on our cross-training. And so we've taken this time not only to do maintenance while things are slow and fix up the shop, but also to make sure that our key players are able to run anything, so that if something like this were to ever happen again, we have a few guys that are really capable on all of our processes.
Always excited to be a part of something like this. I think it's important just to let people know that we're here.
It's nice to know that we're getting put out there for people to know that we're here and what we're capable of doing, and hopefully we can gain some business from it.
It's super exciting. I know Dan's excited about it. Manufacturing Works has been a big part of our organization for a long time. They've been a wonderful asset, extremely helpful. I've understood that Manufacturing Works has always been a staple of the Cleveland community, that they've been broadening supply chain bases, that they've been increasing people's access to networking and sort of helping small companies function more as a community and less as individuals sort of running in one big race.
We manufacture safety apparel for the electrical workers. We do it for pipeline workers. We get into military business, so we do a lot of different PPE for different industries. What can we do? How does NSA, one, survive and keep as many employees employed as possible? And then for the greater good, what can we do to help the United States get through this?
The next steps were adapting our plant, retooling it, figuring out ways to sew masks, figuring out ways to sew gowns. It's not just sewing them, but making sure that they're sewn correctly and properly, because we have our frontline defenders. We're making their first frontline part of defense for them. We're protecting them from everything else. We're in between them. And then we got to be able to meet the demand on top of it.
We've added this vertical of healthcare PPE, which really wasn't even on our radar. It's really interesting how things have kind of evolved, but the diversification, I think, has really made it easy for us to add this new one. We're used to doing that. That's what we've really done for the last 10 years, is added all this new stuff, so the implementation was fairly easy.
NSA is, in my opinion, the best at being flexible and innovating. And that's really, I think, what the Grossmans have done the best throughout the whole time that I've been working here. They're not afraid of a new challenge, and they hire on a lot of managers and supervisors, key people that have that same mentality on how they approach their jobs. So we look at it and we're like, all right, bring it on, let's see what we can do.
It's a proud feeling to see everybody busy. We've done all the safety precautions we've needed to, and we're doing anything we can to make sure our people are safe and that they feel safe, and that also we can create a product that keeps our bales safe.
It's an honor because we're a very diverse and innovative company to begin with. We're not afraid of a challenge. So for us to be singled out for this award, it's pretty fantastic.
I've been an athlete my whole life, so awards are something you strive for. You always want to be the best that you can. And it's pretty cool being recognized in one of the most difficult times as being with somebody that shined. It's a family-owned business. It's a great place to work for, and we're just going to keep going.
I think that's great, and I love it for the people out there in the shop. I mean, we've had an unbelievable response to this whole thing. Our workforce just coming to work every day. There's an energy out there that's a little different, and I'm just so happy with this kind of award for them because it means the world to them. Whenever we get really positive testimonials or something like this to share out there, it makes everybody feel so good. So we really thank you guys and really love the whole mission, love the fact to maintain business here in Cleveland, Ohio, which is just a great place to be. And I really appreciate, everything Manufacturing Works does to support jobs here in the area.
National Safety Apparel and the Dan T. Moore companies exhibited truly heroic efforts in their drive to help our nation and our community to solve the problems of access to personal protection equipment and ventilators, and in the process they helped save lives. We are proud to pay tribute to them as members of our organization. In addition, we would like to recognize all of the other members' contributions, both manufacturers and support members, during this difficult time period. Whether they also shifted production to PPE and ventilators, or carried on their other essential businesses. Even those companies that were shut down by being deemed non-essential and had to keep their company and workforce together to live another day. To these and the support members, which were there to help them along the way, we salute your creativity, determination, as well as all of your heroic efforts. I would like now to share with you the work we are doing at Manufacturing Works to help you win your battles.